Hey everybody, welcome to the White Label Lounge. I'm Pete.
I'm Steve.
Today we're going to be talking to Census Fail. That was actually a little bit of a falsity, because we're not doing it today. We were actually really fortunate earlier this summer to be able to cover the Vans Warped Tour in Baltimore, Maryland.
Columbia, Maryland.
Just wait for the interview. It was really a lot of fun. We got to meet a lot of great bands. You're wearing a shirt right now.
June Divided.
June
our
Divided.
New friends in June Divided, yeah.
They're fantastic. It was the first time we got to catch up with Larry G.
I Fight Dragons.
I Fight Dragons, Lost Prophets, lots of great bands. Michael Vampire.
That's right,
We showed his interview in a different episode.
Stepdad.
Lots of great bands, but the band that really got us there, the interview that we booked that really made us decide to cover Warped Tour, was with Census Fail. Census Fail is a band that's been around for 10 years now. Started off more as a screamo band, and
they've gotten heavier.
They've become so much more dynamic.
That's true.
They're from Jersey, and back in the early 2000s, there was that Jersey screamo sound that you were finding a whole lot of bands falling into, and they're one of the few bands that have come out of it kicking.
I bet I'd be screaming if I was living in Jersey too.
I don't blame them. They come out kicking and screaming, and I'll tell you, it was a fantastic interview. Buddy Nielsen, frontman for Census Fail, was a really, really great guy.
What a cool dude, yeah.
I really enjoyed talking to him.
We're going to be right back with Pete's interview with Buddy from Census Fail.
Welcome back to the White Label Lounge. So like we said, we were lucky to sit down with Census Fail at the Baltimore stop of Warped Tour. Don't correct me.
Columbia.
I've been a fan of Census Fail for the past 10 years, starting with their first EP, their first full-length Let It Enfold You. It just keeps getting better for me, and like I said, it's been a long road, and they just keep getting better.
Well, didn't they start really young, too?
They were really young when they started. I think Buddy was 18.
Wow.
And it's come a long way. The day that we got to sit down with them was a long, hot day.
It was, I mean, it felt like 120 degrees. In all honesty, I bought a concert shirt just to be able to mop my forehead for the whole afternoon.
It was really hot. And you wouldn't know it from watching this interview, but he had rocked his ass off prior with an incredible set on the Tilly stage.
Yeah.
But you will get to know about that because we're going to have some live footage afterwards. But for now, I guess we'll go ahead and share the video. This is my opportunity to sit down and talk with Buddy from Census Fail. Hey everybody, welcome back to the White Label Lounge. I'm Pete, sitting here with Buddy from Census Fail.
Hello.
Here at the Warped Tour in Columbia, Maryland. So you guys said
Baltimore.
Baltimore. We'll go more bigger city there.
Baltimore.
So Census Fail now, you guys are getting ready to go into your second decade as a band.
Correct.
You guys got together in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got together, your drummer Dan was only 15.
Correct.
Was that difficult to work out, getting into a lot of clubs and things like that? I mean, none of you guys were old.
Not really, not. It was never really that big of a deal. Maybe one or two places.
Made him sit in the van while everyone else
Yeah, but nothing too crazy.
Great. Well, I know that for your full length, actually, Let It Enfold You, you guys did the video for Buried Alive.
Yes.
Your mom shot.
Correct.
On the set of Guiding Light.
Yes.
Do you think that the quality of that video helped build you guys some more of a fan base?
Yeah, I do. I mean, back then, that's when videos kind of meant something. So
right.
I definitely think it did. I think it gave a visual aesthetic to the band. So
right. Do you feel like maybe videos were still around, music would be a little bit different these days?
No.
Feel like it's going to...
No, I don't really think it necessarily changed anything. It's just a component of how you
marketed
your band. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so you guys just released Follow Your Bliss.
Yes.
The Best of Census Fail.
Mm-hmm.
And with it, you had a 4-track EP.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a little taste of what to expect coming
in
the future?
Yeah, kind of. Definitely. It's a little taste of what's going to go happen with the new record, but...
And you just released a new single from those 4.
Yes.
And are you guys getting ready to, after the Warped Tour, you got another tour coming up?
No, we're going to Indonesia in September, and then we're going to record a record in November.
Great. And did he recording with yet? Or?
Yeah, this guy named Sean Lopez.
Okay.
He's a guitar player in Far.
Great.
Plays in a band called Crosses, right? He plays in Far, and plays in a band called Crosses with Chino from the Deftones.
Right.
He's done a bunch of really cool records, and we all really love his band. And
Right.
he's kind of worked in a world where we're kind of going musically, where it's kind of darker, more ambient, heavier, but not in a like chuggy way, in a
Right.
like a overall vibe way.
Right.
Like not in like it's going to be chuggy. It's just going to be a little darker
Right.
vibe.
Well, and you guys have always done a lot of stuff based around faith and
Yeah.
and religion and things of that nature. And in fact, I remember when I first bought the Still Searching, and the first track, The Reaping, and you had in there found My Faith Is Gone.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see the good book was wrong. I
Yeah.
really felt like that was the first time you guys really outwardly were like,
Oh yeah, I mean we're definitely anti as a band, and every member of the band is definitely anti organized religion.
Right.
We're very pretty vocal about it. We're definitely anti organized religion as a whole,
Right.
And as especially American Christianity.
Right.
I mean, I'm definitely anti-American Christianity, in the way that it interferes with people's basic understanding of how the world is supposed to work.
Right.
I don't care what people do on their free time, but when it starts to move into trying to stop people from having civil liberties, that's when I take a problem with it.
absolutely.
I don't care what anybody does as long as it allows everybody to do whatever they want.
Right.
But unfortunately, people who hold strong religious beliefs don't understand that not everyone has to think
Right.
the same way as them. But it's very specific to America. You know,
Right.
when you go to a lot of other countries, still a lot of religion in a lot of other countries. I'm talking westernized countries. Obviously, I'm not talking the Middle East or,
Right.
you know, Indonesia specifically, or any of these places that are, you know, heavily under Islamic rule or anything like that. Like, in America, specifically in Western culture, religion is sort of taken a back seat as people have started to become more community oriented,
Right.
of their own beliefs, and not necessarily brought together by a community of religion, because that's
Absolutely.
what has stopped religion from spreading, is that there's more of a community for people to interact, and you don't just have your community based upon your religion, which is one reason why religion plays such a big part, and you're starting to see people not be going to church or whatever. There's a large
Obvious.
decline, an obvious decline in the way younger people are participating in Christianity in America. And that, I think, has a lot to do with the internet and the ability for people to see that there is other ways of communicating and other ways of organizing socially, rather than just your, you know, community organizer, which is, for the most part, always been your church.
Right.
Especially in smaller communities, it's usually been your church is a community organizer, and now you don't necessarily need them as a community organizer for you to meet people, to interact with people, to socialize, to do this, and people gravitating away from that. But there's been a rise in new Christianity, which is,
Right.
I mean, Catholicism is Catholicism, and I'm Catholic, but that doesn't. I'm not a practicing Catholic. I'm
Right.
Catholic, but
I'm right there with you.
yeah, I mean,
same
it's
thing.
basically the same thing as being Jewish. You're kind of born Jewish. You're kind of born Catholic. You're born into a sort of culture. That doesn't mean that you're like, not all Jews are practicing Jews. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's the same thing with Catholics, and with the new Christianity, it's a lot more it's more of a business, as Catholicism was hundreds of years ago.
Right. So do you feel like, I know you guys, even the name, you've got
Yeah.
more toward Eastern religion with the Buddhist
Yeah.
beliefs.
I mean, I don't really buy into that either anymore. Anything organized,
More like a
anything,
phase?
Yeah, anything organized as a religion is just like anything else. It's an organization.
You're missing the point at that point.
Yeah. I think once it gets to the point where it's an organization and there's people and there's a hierarchy of this and that, I mean, you're missing the point of what it was actually created for.
Right. Absolutely. Getting deep with Census Fail right now. So let's go back to the music a little bit. So you guys have appeared on soundtracks for Underworld Awakening,
Yeah.
Punisher Warzone, Guitar Hero 3, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland,
Do you feel like getting out there, getting onto the soundtracks, that's a great thing for newer bands to do, a way to build a fan
Yeah, I
base?
mean, that doesn't really happen anymore for this kind of music. I mean, there are some bands, but for the most part, soundtracks and video games are leaning more towards an indie style of music, and it's not necessarily towards this genre anymore.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity. It's a great way for people to hear your band.
Right.
But it's not really happening as much for these kind of bands.
Great. Well, so this is your 5th Warped Tour, including 1 Taste of Chaos also.
3
3 Taste of Chaos.
2 American and 1 international.
Okay, so I know I saw you on the first Taste of Chaos.
Yep.
So you guys are kind of like the elder statesmen out here almost. Not as many as some of these guys, but you've been on a number of these Warped Tours.
I don't know. I mean, I think we're tied with some of the other bands. I think maybe 5, 6 might be the most.
How would you think it compares, this Warped Tour in 2012 compared to your first one back in 2004?
I mean, it's the same thing. I just know all the people more, so it's easier. It's an easier time. It's less confusing and overwhelming.
Right. Absolutely. Well, so I feel like, we already mentioned the Buddhism on the name, and then a lot of poetry and stuff. Your stuff's always been very deep. All your lyrics have always been very deep, much more personal than a lot of what you're getting. A lot of these bands out there nowadays are writing songs just about, write a song about a girl and get the number one hit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a lot of the music out there these days are kind of missing the point of writing music, kind of missing the chance to say something?
Yeah, but I mean, I'd rather have us be special for doing that than everybody do. I don't know. I mean, I don't really care.
Right.
As far as what other people want to do and what they write about, I mean, it doesn't really affect me because
Right.
I don't listen to it. I only listen to bands that influence me to think and do that sort of stuff.
So who are some of the bands that you're listening to these days?
That I've been listening to recently.
Yeah.
I've been listening to the new Gojira record, which is really good. They're a band from France. They're awesome.
Right. We actually talked about Gojira in our last episode.
Black Breath. Been listening to that new Black Breath record, new Dying Fetus record. There's a lot of metal because honestly, right now, I just don't think there's a lot of really awesome new punk band. There's just lots of. I think there's a lot of really good metal records out in the last couple months.
Yeah. No.
In this year so far, there's become a lot of good metal.
So are you a Lamb of God fan?
Yeah, I feel terrible for him. It sucks.
What are your thoughts on everything going on with Randy right now? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know how that happens. I have no idea how that happens, and it sucks. I'm sure he'll be okay. I mean, he seems like he's okay. It seems like it just sucks.
I know you as a front man, I'm sure you've had a lot of those experiences too. A lot of people jumping on stage consistently.
Oh yeah, I throw people off stage all the time. I mean, I beat up our fans before. People like I don't. That's the thing is I don't. If you're gonna be an asshole, you're gonna be an asshole, and
right.
If you're gonna be an asshole to me, I'm gonna be an asshole to you. So I've been in situations where I'm sure I've done worse than he probably did, where throwing a kid off stage, or just been like, kid gets in your face and spits on you, or just is drunk and you, I don't know.
There's a lesson.
You get in a fight with them, and
there's a lesson. Don't fuck with Buddy.
Or don't fuck with your fans because they might die, and then the government might arrest you.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, buddy, we really appreciate you being on the show. It was great. We really enjoyed the interview.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And next time you guys come through, we'd love to have you again.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Thank you
so
very
much.
Thanks.
It's the White Label Lounge. Thanks for watching.
That was Pete's interview with Buddy from Census Fail.
It was.
Seems to me like the hot button issue for Buddy was religion.
It was. He's a really interesting guy, and I've always known, being a fan as long as I have been, all their music's always had a lot of religious overtone to it, and I was really interested to kind of see what his thoughts now, as opposed to 10 years ago, were on religion. And he told us, he's a guy very interesting, very heartfelt, very passionate.
Yeah, and you're going to see some of that passion right after the break when we see Census Fail live in Baltimore.
Passionate kiss. These things mean nothing when you cannot come to terms with the person who you are and who you're meant to be. Are separated by a sea of insecurities. I've been digging out from underneath.
Welcome back to the White Label Lounge. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode and hope you're ready to have your faces rocked the fuck off with this live footage from Baltimore stop of Vans Warped Tour. This is Warpaint. We'll see you guys next time.
I've still got passion, and I've still got guts, but I no longer give a fuck about what you want. You say I'm a savior and a saint, then let's not pretending and pull out the war. But you refuse to open up wounds in fear that you'll actually have to fail. We tried so hard, we tried to just pretend things didn't change as the honeymoon said. This house, this ring, the secret share in bed, we're built on the faith in the foundation, and I feel the bend. The fucking more I say, you'll become, the more I lose sight of the love that I once had in your blood. I used to be afraid that this would end. Now I am pacing. We are ships passing the night. We tried so hard, we tried to just pretend things didn't change as the honeymoon said. This house, this ring, the secret share in bed, we're built on the faith in the foundation, and I feel the bend. I see bright lights flicker ahead. I see stars shine into their death. I see you. And I don't know what to do. Beautiful sunset, passionate kiss. These things mean nothing when you cannot come to terms with the person who you are and who you're meant to be. Are separated by a sea of insecurities. I've been digging out from underneath an avalanche, and it's taken 20 years to see our reality is our own to create. And the sooner that you realize, the sooner that you can change. Or history will just repeat, and you will pay.